Hello everyone and happy Monday. I always forget the day. Today I'm making a changing video with Dyson. Here's my big guy still dressed in his PJs. So I'm going to be changing him out of this PJ. I've really enjoyed him in this PJs. Just checking to see that he's positioned properly in the camera. Okay. So I hope everyone is having a great day. So this is my big guy, Dyson Ash James. And he is the Grayson kit by Bonnie Brown. And he wears a perfect newborn size. The sleeper is in the newborn and it fits him perfectly. Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and change him out of this, and I'm going to change him into something a bit cooler, which is this two-piece set by Carter's in this navy blue and light blue stripe short pants, and this tank top shirt that says coolest dude on the beach. And when you turn the short pants around, it has a little crab on the bum bum. Really cute and nice and cool. Really nice. And he is going to wear these striped socks to match in the navy blue and light blue also. Okay, and I'm also going to change his pampers. Now I know I did, what did I do with the pampers? I'm pretty sure that oh, there it is. This koala bear pampers. Yeah, he's going to wear that. And this is in size 1. Okay. Yeah, so, oh, I noticed the sun is coming out. It was hot all day, and the minute I came in the room to make a video, then I noticed that it got very cloudy, as if it was going to rain. But now I noticed the sun is coming out. So that's good. So I just really wanted to thank everyone for all the great advice that I had gotten from my last video when I had talked about my nursery dilemma. Wow, I really appreciate everyone stepping in and giving me all their great advice. And everyone's advice was great. Everyone advice. There were some persons that mentioned to add an inexpensive AC unit in the bedroom. Now the thing about that is I know my hubby, he won't agree to that. No, he won't agree to that. And then there was some who, the reason why I'm saying he won't agree to that is because he won't understand accommodating dolls in that way. No, he won't understand that. But you know what? There was a few persons that brought it to my attention that, you know, these babies, when they're being created, when they're being painted, that they go into the oven. So there were some persons that felt like even though the room is hot, that the babies would still be safe in the hot room because, you know, when they paint the babies, they put them into the oven and they bake the limbs and stuff, which was an awesome point. I mean, I never thought of that. But, oh, I don't need to take off this onesie, actually. I just need to change his pampers. Okay. So, I thought that was an awesome point. Yeah, because thinking about it, you know, these babies have been baked. I mean, I don't know the temperature. I don't know how that works. But, I mean, that is something that I can inquire about further because I can always ask my artist, like, what's the highest temperature that she has baked the babies? And I can probably compare it to the room temperature. Now the room gets pretty you know, this pampers that Dyson is wearing is not bad. I'm gonna keep this on him. Yeah. So Yeah, so that's something that I can think about actually. I thought that was such a great idea, or great point that they had mentioned. And next is, some had mentioned adding blinds. I do have blinds in the room. Some mentioned dark curtains and a fan. I do have a ceiling fan. I did mention that to one or two persons, but they mentioned that their point was getting a upright fan, one that can be, that you can stand in the room and you can plug in and out of the wall. So that's a great idea actually, because I can actually have the fan rotating in the room, you know, just to bring down the degree a bit. That was another great point. There was some, or maybe one or two, that mentioned that they felt that making the room a nursery completely and taking out the exercise machines and just appreciating the room as a nursery. Now that is a very, very good idea, except that my husband won't agree to that. You know what? The thing is, I had tried that when we had moved in, or just before we moved in. See, the original plan was a gym room first. You know, my husband took like, it's been like 11 years now that we started building this home. So 11 years ago when we started planning, the original plan was to make that room a gym room, because at that particular time I was not collecting dolls. So it was supposed to be a gym room only. After I started collecting the dolls, and the apartment that we lived before we moved into this one, I started displaying all the dolls in my bedroom. So my husband brought it up a few months before we moved, that it was a good idea for me to include the dolls into my gym room. And of course, you know, I definitely had agreed to that, because I was actually, at that particular time, I was thinking of putting the exercise machines in another room and using that room for my dolls room only. So I knew I had to be careful how I brought this to my husband's attention, because my husband sat down and he planned, and you know, he's one of those, he's from the old school. You know, he likes to plan, and he really don't like to deviate from his original plan. So yeah, so after I tried to I spoke to him and, you know, tried to convince him to put the exercise machines into another room, and you know, so that way I would be able to have that room as my nursery only. Well, right away he disagreed. No, he disagreed. He was not for that at all, because, you know, in the beginning we had planned that that'd be a gym room. I don't know, his mind was just set on that being a gym room, my personal gym room. And yeah, so maybe later, you know, I would be able to take the exercise machines out, but for now, yeah, not right now, not anytime soon. But yeah, it really, and it is one that I had thought about. Yeah. Another great idea was sitting up all the babies in the playpen. Yeah, you know, the thing about it is, you know, I had sat Jay up in the playpen once, and I noticed that it captured my husband's attention, because every time he walked into the room, you know, he would look directly at the playpen. because Jay sat up and you could have seen her head sticking up. So what I had done, I laid Jay back down. You know the whole thing about it. I feel I don't want my husband to feel as if I'm turning the bedroom into a doll room. And the reason why is because I think that's the reason why my husband had suggested me putting all the dolls into the gym room. I mean, of course he knows that I'm passionate about my hobby, and in fact, he cracked jokes about these dolls in terms of like, I'll give you an example. Like, he asked me the question, if someone had offered to give me $1,000 in exchange to take all of my dolls, would I accept? And I said, no way, no way. And he laughed. I guess because he realized that I'm really, really, really passionate about my hobby, you see. So I feel that because he doesn't mention the dolls in the bedroom, I think it's because he doesn't want to make me unhappy. But at the same time, I don't want to push his buttons. I don't want to push him to the point that he would have to say, well, I thought you and I had agreed that the babies would stay in the gym room. You see, I don't want it to go there. You see? And another thing, too, about having the babies in the gym room, which, I see it coming because I don't see where I'm going to be able to fit all the babies in the playpen, because I feel that if the babies are sitting up and the minute he walks into the room, his eyes are drawn to the playpen because the babies are sitting up, I feel that eventually he's going to mention that. So therefore, I feel that it's just a matter of time before I have to rotate the babies between the nursery and my bedroom. Yeah, I think that it's just a matter of time. Yeah. So, but like I said, these were all great ideas, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to do that. And but I just want to thank everyone for such great ideas. Those ones who pointed out the containers that I can purchase from like Walmart. We don't have a Walmart here, but we do have a store. Where I live, we don't have anything like that. We don't have any stores that sell the containers, but in Nassau we do. So it's, I can purchase the containers, but I feel that even with the containers, I think that is something that I would probably put on my to-do list. Yeah, because if I can purchase the containers, if they're large enough that that I can store quite a bit of the baby's clothes in it, then yes, I'll have to look at it when I visit Nassau again. So let me see any other great pointers. What I thought was a great idea too, someone had pointed out I forgot what you call it. It's a portable AC. I thought that was a great idea too. A portable AC. Yeah, I got so much great ideas, but like I said, it's right now Princeton is going to be okay. My husband had seen Araya and Jules in the bouncer, and he hadn't said anything. So everything is fine. When Prince comes, he has a spot in the playpen. Now, I think the best choice really would have been to sit the babies up in the playpen. But I think that's going to attract too much attention, like every time my husband walks into the room. But it's not off my list. It's still something that I'm considering, because if I do it that way, I'll be able to accommodate all my babies. Yeah, in fact, looking at it now, it looks like I can probably accommodate at least 8 babies sitting up. Yeah, and that's quite a bit. Yeah, so I think that'll work. You know, that'll work. So like I said, it's something that I'm still considering. But I just want to thank everyone because I really appreciate how everybody stopped in and gave me their great advice as to what should be done. And I really, really appreciated it. So here's my big boy dressed in his outfit of the day. Something nice and cool. You know, I didn't want to do the socks, but because the socks match the outfit so good, I said, you know what, I'll do the socks for the video, and then after the video, I'll take the socks off. Yes, but he is the coolest dude at the beach. Dyson is such a cutie pie. Hey, Dicey. Hey, sweet boy. So that's it, everyone. So thank you all so much for watching, and you have a super great day.